Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from reviews of comics new and old, to history, to anecdotes, to really wherever our whims take us. I'm Sasha and it's time for more Hush. We handled our history segment on this series over in the review of issue 1, aka issue 608. So if you missed that, as always, how dare you, and of course you should catch up via card or link. But if you have no time, I as always offer you Cliff Notes. Batman was on the case, rescuing a kidnapped heir being held for $10 million. He'd been kidnapped by Killer Croc, which Batman found odd, because Croc is too dumb for that, so says Batman. Batman saves the kid but loses the money, which is taken by Catwoman. He gives chase to her, but his bat rope is cut and he falls injured. Hurt, well, he doesn't fall injured, he gets injured in the fall. It's a bad fall. Catwoman meanwhile delivers the money over to Poison Ivy. So that's where we are. Batman in the alley, hurt. Issue 2, but before we get into it, take a moment to subscribe. Come join us on this comic-filled adventure. This cover, with the tongue-in-cheek caption, Girls Night Out, has become a famous one of those covers upon which variants are based. Do you like that there are clearly Ivy-controlled cats in the greenery? Cause I do. It's a solid cover and ties into the last issue, even though it's gonna prove to be cover bait. Batman is down for the count and he can't move. Oracle is in his ear trying to figure out what's going on, but pretty much knows that she needs to call for backup right now. He tapped his belt. He's got an Oracle button on his belt. So for those of you who are new and going, who is Oracle? Let me tell you. Oracle was Barbara Gordon pre-New 52 and post The Killing Joke. She adopted this persona after being paralyzed by the Joker in The Killing Joke. After deciding she wanted to continue crime fighting and refusing to let the Joker defeat her, she became the eyes and ears of the Bat family, their super researcher, dispatcher, and still a solid fighter who had found the birds of prey with Black Canary. In short, she was awesome and hardcore and she'd been through some stuff. Oracle would be retconned in the New 52, and she would suddenly get better and become Batgirl again. This would return the use of her legs because some, both fans and writers, felt the loss of them had been unfair and misogynistic. Mileage on both of these things vary, but when it comes to the change back, here's what we're dealing with. Some felt it was about time to undo some unfair damage to a character, and that Barbara as Batgirl was iconic, while others felt it was unnecessary and regressed the character and was actually ironically ableist, and also sidelined other female characters who had taken up the Batgirl mantle. It's a discussion, that's for sure. I for one say I love Barbara as Batgirl, but Barbara as Oracle is the GOAT. Anyway, back to Batman and his injuries. This is about him.
If only I could tell her, Barbara, it's Crime Alley.
Of course it is. Are there even any other alleys in Gotham City? I don't think so. I think the entire lower level is all just Crime Alley. Criminals are gathering and they've decided that they're going to unmask Batman, and unlike the A-list, they're just gonna go for it. None of this whole, oh no, he needs to unmask himself or that would ruin the game. No, the Z-list knows where it's at. They're gonna take the mask right off. However, this is 2002 Batman, so he's already in uber prepared mode. His mask emits gas when they try to take it off, and when one of the criminals tries to hit him with a pipe, they get electrocuted. Meanwhile, on the comms, we hear that someone is on their way to the rescue, but that Barbara's not thrilled about who it is. Who the? I'm here. Right next to the chapter 2 title of The Friend, we have the Huntress and her midriff because she's confident she never gets cold. We all know why it's really there. Mileage will vary on how much that bothers you. Batgirl! Oh, you're trying to tick me off. Tell everyone Huntress did this to you. So this is post-crisis, but pre-New 52 Huntress. So she's the Huntress that most people tend to be familiar with in passing. The Huntress has a convoluted canonical history, partially because of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which very much changed her origin when we get to the post-crisis era, and then later because of some artistic differences and choices, and then again, canon. And there were two, and it's a whole thing. Here currently, she is Helena Bertinelli, a fellow vigilante who works with the Bat family, and will come to be considered as part of it, but is kinda on the outs with them. This is cause she's down for a good kill. You know how Batman feels about that. Mixed feelings. Also, Batman keeps her at arm's length because she reminds him of Barbara, and well, you know, he's worried about Joker things, as you do. Huntress makes swift work of all those who dare oppose her.
So much like I was when I started out. No wonder the others haven't accepted her. Have to speak to Dick about.
Batman is fading fast, so the Huntress gets into the Batmobile and, well, they're still being very short with her, and by they I mean Oracle. It takes a while for Oracle to warm up to the Huntress. I'm sure when he can, he'll want to thank you himself. This is me, holding my breath, except I can't see that speech bubble because I'm distracted by derriere perfection. Why is that like that? This comic very much straddles the line between tasteful cheesecake and gratuity. Still, nicely drawn. 10 out of 10. Would look at again. You can bounce a coin off of it, just like Bruce's in Batman Damned and Nightwing. Is that what it takes to get admittance into the Bat family? Because then I cannot join. Sad times at Casually Comics High. On the rooftop, we got our first glimpse of who is to become our titular villain, but he hasn't been named yet, so hush. We see Poison Ivy handing off the money to a mysterious figure, and there's a technique used here that I adore. The complete panel shading to match the overall lighting in the room. I feel like this really amps up the immersion, but this technique has gotten some artists into trouble at the time of this recording of late in this era, this year. This is because invariably this technique can change a character's skin tone, be it lighter or darker, depends what light is happening in the room. This can lead to the artist being accused of all kinds of things, usually involving bigotry, and it can get pretty vile. No explanations about art technique and lighting can help you depending on the crowd. So alas, some have decided to opt out of this technique for their own sanity. I still love it. Panels of people awash in the moonlight or a sunset, so gorgeous, and they can feel so cinematic. These panels just feel extra dark and clandestine. It just really builds the atmosphere, especially when the light turns on in that last panel and you get to see the contrast. Anyway, back to Bruce. He's not okay. His skull is fractured. The Bat family has to figure out a Bruce Wayne-friendly excuse for what happened to him, and they decide on car crash. Seems legit. Bruce starts trying to get their attention by tapping out a name in Morse code. Even with a fractured skull, he's extra. He taps out the name Thomas Elliot, and now it's time for everybody's favorite trope, the long-lost childhood friend. Never mentioned, but always the most important friend of all. What? That's not your favorite trope? I thought you were people of taste. I'm kidding. Tell me what your favorite trope is down below. Bruce starts remembering his old friend after recalling a time he told his mom that he had no friends.
I lied to my mother. There was always Thomas Elliot.
After all this time? Always. I can't. He's a brain surgeon, so he can slide right into the plot and be useful. He's here to save Bruce, and so we get treated to a flashback, which will be important. Take notes. If you ever see a flashback in a story that isn't referenced later on, well, that would be a true subversion of expectations, or, you know, a sign of an unconnected narrative. Or both. So young Bruce and Thomas are playing a game that looks like Risk, but most likely isn't Risk, but I like the idea of Bruce playing Risk. Think of all the tables flipped on family game night. Risk ends friendships. Just try and kill me. Bruce, you're already dead. How can you tell? You haven't moved yet. It won't happen on the next move. It's 6 moves from now. You always do this, Bruce. Always attack without knowing your opponent's weaknesses. As long as you can't think like me, you'll never beat me. But I can always think like you. What a wholesome childhood scene that in no way concerns me. Thomas Wayne claims that barring some kind of disaster, Bruce has found his best friend for life, a brother we've never heard of. Okay, Thomas, how's that alley treating you? And so Bruce survives his fall and lives another day, and we know that he really must have hit his head hard because he starts remembering all the people who helped him survive and kind of low-key thanking them.
I barely survived the fall. Had it not been for Tommy. Had it not been for Alfred, had it not been for Huntress, had it not been for Oracle, had it not been that someone cut the bat rope. Dun dun dun!
Well, that shifted tone. Are you intrigued? This issue is really interesting because it maintains momentum despite the fact that Batman is down for the count for essentially all of it. It also showcases more and more of the Bat family, which keeps making the endeavor feel bigger and bigger. This feels, as you read it, like a little bit more than your standard one-and-done Batman adventure. I mean, pointed flashback scene is pointed, and there is some intense appreciation for the Huntress. I mean, I too love the Huntress, but that's why I want to get her a coat. Still, I like this issue. It feels like a lot happens, getting a lot of our just over 20 pages. The plot keeps going, and we learn more about Bruce's relationships and the relationships of the people around him. What did you think? Are you gonna chip in to my Get the Huntress a Coat fund? Did you too have Machiavellian pointed chats with your childhood besties? Share all of your thoughts down below. I'm Sasha, and thanks so much for watching Casually Comics. Please do all of the YouTube things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. Thanks so much for giving me some of your time, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.